Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. If you are new here, welcome. I do appreciate you clicking on the video to watch it. And since you are here, I would love it if you would help me to grow this channel and hit that subscribe button now. And to those of you that are returning, welcome back. I truly do appreciate your continued support on my channel, and I hope that you are subscribed as well. So guys, I have been wanting to talk about this for probably a week or two. I'm not exactly sure when this came out, but it's not getting enough attention, and we need to push this song out there and make sure everybody hears it. Now, a complaint that I hear a lot from people on the right and people that discuss the issues going on today is that conservatives don't participate enough in culture, in the media, in entertainment, even though I think that that space is growing. And, you know, it's interesting because the last few years have really demonstrated that need to have a conservative space for entertainment and for music and whatnot. I don't feel like, you know, we ever really recognized that before the last few years when the, you know, left-wing messages are consistently pushed through cartoons, through movies, through music, through award shows. It's just everywhere. So this is definitely a space that we need to be taking up more and that we need to be participating in more. I think that we can probably agree that music is a very powerful way to convey certain messages. I mean, how often do we turn on a song and you know, it aligns with the mood that we are in, or we turn on something that's going to uplift us or make us feel better, or something that's going to help us get through a difficult time or make us feel validated in our feelings when we're struggling with something. Music is just this powerful, powerful tool. And I hope that we see more conservative musicians engage in this industry in this way. I mean, as you guys may or may not be aware, a couple of years ago, I uploaded a couple of videos of myself making more parody songs where I was, you know, taking songs that had already been written and inserting lyrics about conservative issues or political issues. So there are a couple of videos on this channel of me singing, and that is something that I love to do. I love to sing. I've been playing the piano since I was 7 years old. I played the flute for a while. My family is very musical. So music is a huge part of my life. I think probably one of the most notable names in conservative music would be Tom MacDonald, because he does all of these rap songs with patriotic messages, and we saw that one where he collaborated with Ben Shapiro and everybody clicked on it because nobody could imagine in any realm Ben Shapiro rapping, like the least likely person to be participating in a rap video. So that was highly entertaining. He's been very effective in his messaging. Well, Ben Shapiro, but Tom MacDonald in what he has done. So if you're not familiar with his stuff, it's definitely rap music. He's done a couple of songs on the acoustic guitar that I've really enjoyed, but he's done a really good job. But, you know, I think that there's more room to grow in this area. So that's why I wanted to touch on this song by Rachel Holt. It's being called the most pro-life song ever, and it's called I Was Gonna Be. And at the beginning of July, this is as of July 5th, it topped the country music charts. It says a new pro-life single by singer Rachel Holt skyrocketed up the country music charts last week within days of its release. The song I Was Gonna Be was released on June 21st, just 3 days before the second anniversary of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, which overturned Roe v. Wade. According to the song's sponsor, Patriot Mobile, the single was released Friday and quickly soared to top 10 on iTunes country charts and reached number 5 Sunday evening. It reached number 1 on Pop Vortex's most downloaded music video and today remains in the top 2. And when things like this happen, I think it is just reassurance to conservatives, to people that want to have a more balanced messaging throughout all aspects of society, but that people are really hungry for this messaging, that they really want to understand these issues. But when you can convey a message in this way, it just has so much power to touch people's hearts and really reach those places that a news station probably is never going to even come close to. And in this article, it goes on to say, which I thought was really interesting, the song was composed by songwriter Chris Whalen and written from the perspective of a baby that never had a chance to be born. I just wanted people to hear the voice of the voiceless, Whalen told Breitbart. Whalen initially doubted anyone would have the courage to sing this song, but teenage artist Rachel Holt fearlessly took on the project even after being warned how she would be attacked for it. Patriot Mobile notes. How sad is that? What does that say about us as a society, where you're afraid that someone is not going to have the courage to sing a song about a baby who has been denied the chance to live their life because of how accepted abortion has become in this country? When you think about all of the messages that are pushed into our music that we just accept and we don't question and we don't even bat an eye at most of the time, when you think about all of the depraved and degenerate messages that come through our music and just are progressively getting worse, that nobody has to, take up any kind of mantle to put out there. They just do it and they're praised for it. They receive awards for it. Maybe that should inspire some of us to look more inward and evaluate what role we have played to create a society that operates like that. So I want to play some of this song. I'm hoping that I don't get dinged with copyright things for playing this, but we will see how it goes. But I want to listen to a little bit of it. I will also link it in the description box below so you can go, and I encourage you to share it with people because this song absolutely needs to be heard everywhere.
Some don't believe I'm a living soul, just a bad mistake that needs to go. If my mama could have just seen my face, maybe she would have had me anyway.
I know that we're just getting into it and I already have goosebumps, but I love that she makes that point. Like, had her mom seen her face, maybe she would have had her anyway. Because we know that statistically, if women are actually able to have that ultrasound and see their baby's movement and see that living being inside of them, they are significantly less likely to go through with that abortion, which is interesting because all we hear is about how this is a clump of cells, that this isn't a human being, that, it doesn't have any real purpose or meaning at that point. Yet we know that if you show women that ultrasound and you show them their baby, they instantly know that that's not true. They instantly recognize that that's a human being, and they instantly feel that connection. And it's just so fascinating that even that one thing of seeing their baby could change the entire outcome, which is why Planned Parenthood and all these abortion facilities are really opposed to women having those ultrasounds before the procedure. It's almost like they don't want women to change their mind, that they don't want women to have choice.
And there are those who speak for me, fight for lives that they can't see. But there are some who only mourn this life of mine if I were born. And all I wanted was a chance to learn to love and laugh and dance. Oh, but I was gone before I arrived, sent back to heaven on a starlight flight. Yeah, I was gonna change the world, and I was gonna be a girl.
I'm not crying, you're crying. So in case you missed some of the lyrics, she goes on to say, there are those who speak for me, who fight for lives that they can't see, but there are some who only mourn this life of mine if I were born. As in, there are a lot of people that only think that this life has any value if they're actually on the outside of their mother's womb. And then she goes on with the chorus that says, and all I wanted was a chance to learn to love and laugh and dance. Oh, but I was gone before I arrived, sent back to heaven on a starlight flight. Yeah, I was going to change the world and I was going to be a girl. And to me, those lyrics are also just so deep and so important because we hear all of these abortion arguments, these pro-abortion arguments that say, you know, what if the baby lives a tough life? What if they're born to an imperfect home? What if they struggle in some way? And in this song, she's just saying this child just wants to learn to love and laugh and dance, the most simple things that she wants the opportunity to be able to do, that these babies aren't only deserving of a life if they have the most perfect existence, or if there's the situation with their parents is without struggle. It really is the most basic thing that babies need. When you see this video as she's going and panning through all of the things that typically you end up purchasing as a mom when you get their sippy cups and their stuffed animals and these little toys, things that have the potential to be used, create memories, to be a part of endless photos and countless moments with that mom, with their parents. And unfortunately, they go untouched and they go unused and they go unloved, and they are left empty with no photos and no memories associated with it. And how much potential, not only for that baby, but for that family, for that mother, is snuffed out because of this, just how normalized it has become to just tell women to get an abortion and that it doesn't matter, that it's not going to affect them, and that they're not snuffing out a life. So I'm not going to play the rest of it because I want you to go and listen to it. Like I said, I will link it in the description box. I want you to go and give it likes and give it some love on Rachel's actual channel. But I am so glad that she had the courage to sing this song, to put it out there, and that it has done so well. It gives me hope, because when people are attracted to those things, when they make these things popular and they elevate these messages, it just shows how much these messages and the things, normalizing these things really impacts people, and how much people really do seem to want us to get back to a more steady, straight, good, and moral path. But I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comments below. Please be sure to hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed, because a lot of people come here and watch stuff and they don't hit that subscribe button, and it hurts my feelings. Just kidding, it really doesn't. But I appreciate you being here. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.